back in the Infinity, as I said I would be. It's been a while since I've had this car on the channel. Actually, it's been a long time since I've had this car on the channel. I'm getting it back in good running shape. I put my rims back on finally, as you can see in the intro. Basically the only reason I didn't have those on is one of the tires had a flat and they were bald, so that's that. But right now I'm headed to getting alignment on these wheels, because I never got an alignment when I threw these rims on the first time. So this alignment is very terrible, and I have a 30-minute drive, so that's going to be interesting. Hopefully everything holds up. But I did lower this car, so the stance is like absolutely maxed out. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, this car has, that is a dead skunk. If you haven't seen any of my previous videos, this car basically has, lowering springs. I think they were Manzo. Like, I went with some very cheap lowering springs, and then they have KYB struts. So that is my window over there. I might have to stop and fix that real quick. But yeah, it has KYB lowering springs. I mean struts and Manzo lowering springs. Has an intake and then a muffler delete. So it's just basically a suitcase, that big suitcase resonator that sits under there was deleted. And yeah, hold on real quick, I'll be right back. All right, so as I was saying, car has lowering springs on KYB struts. The front was lowered 2.5 inches and the back was 1.8. I don't think I bought these wheels before I lowered the car. No, I did have these wheels. So I kind of eyeballed it, and this fitment is actually maxed out. When I first got these wheels, I had to roll the fenders. So the specs on the wheels, I'm not sure about the offset, which is crazy. Like, I really have no idea what the offset is on these wheels. But they are 9s in the front, 9 or 9.5 in the front, and then 10s in the rear. I thought they were 10.5s, but the Camaro has 10.5s, and they're clearly not 10.5s, so they're 10s in the rear and 9s in the front, I believe. When I first put these rims on about 4 years ago, I've had them that long. They had about they rubbed significantly in the rear. The front didn't rub at all, and this car sat like a monster truck. I don't know if anyone has a G35 sedan, but these cars sit like monster trucks without lowering springs or without any kind of lowering. So I didn't like that, and I had to hurry up and lower this car. The whole suspension was bad when I got under there, so I really spent a lot of money fixing that. And basically, yeah, that's about it. Intake, resonator, or muffler delete, I mean, and then the lowering kit. And I blacked out the tail lights. But other than that, this car is relatively stock. What's been wrong with this car is it has a bad lifter, so it ticks very loudly, or it knocks very loudly, and I'm going to be addressing that in a coming video. I'm not sure. I ordered some heads for this car. They should be here within the next 3 weeks, hopefully. And I got all my gaskets, got a new timing chain on the way, so this car is really going to be running a lot better. And that's the main thing with this car. I do have big plans for this car, but right now the plans are just to get it reliable. And then once I'm done with Camaro, I'll come back to this car. So this car won't be going anywhere anytime soon. So just stay attuned to my channel, because I have some crazy plans for this car. Long story short, I'll probably have 2 unreliable cars, but that's just fine with me. But yeah, the alignment, you can see, like, if you look at this wheel, you can see that it's like very out of whack. Like this is straight and the wheel is turned to the right. See, I was still going to the left. This is straight and the wheel is like at this angle, which isn't good. So I'm going to handle that right now. I'm going to a pretty cool shop. Hopefully they let me film and check out some of their stuff. But yeah, I'll update y'all when I get there. All right, I'm back. Cars aligned. Yeah, the shop I took it to, they were a speed shop, or not a speed shop, but pretty much, yeah, speed shop, I guess you could call it. But they work on a lot of race cars, so they know how to deal with lower cars. They got everything rack and spec pretty good. But they looked at a lot of different things on my car. They didn't just give my car an alignment. They pretty much went through it, told me everything was wrong, which most of it I knew. Some I didn't know. So let's go over this car and what's wrong with it so far. So first off, the lifter, it did drop a lifter, which I ordered heads, and the timing chain is bad as well, which I didn't know. And I mean, the guy that aligned my car worked for Nissan for a while, so he knows these cars inside and out. He was a Nissan mechanic, so he saw a lot of these come in as well, the G35s. So it has a bad lifter, bad timing chain. So pretty much he told me this car is a ticking time bomb, which I knew that. But if that timing chain goes, then there's my whole motor. So that is why I went ahead and ordered a timing chain and heads for this car already. My brake booster is going bad. I did not know that. I have to order that. On my suspension, you have 2 sets of control arms on the front lower portion. So the driver's side, on both sides, there's a control arm that kind of faces towards the back. Both of those are bad. What else? And the whole front end needs to be changed. So this car has a lot of problems, but I've already ordered a lot of the things to fix that. And this car's at 200,000 miles. Well, it's at 198. I don't know if y'all can see. It's at 198,000. But yeah, he got this car aligned pretty good. So it's not gonna be eating up my tires. I just have to be careful. You know, I don't want my motor to go before everything gets here, and I'll have all of these parts sitting here and a worthless motor. So probably not going to be driving this car too much until I start working on it. That's going to be it for this video. Hope y'all liked it, even though it's just me talking all of the video. So I'll be prepared. I'm not sure what the next video will be in between, but I know I'm going to do a garage update, and most likely I'll do may have some in-between content. Hopefully I can race somebody in the Camaro, the new setup. But yeah, y'all subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a like, and I will catch y'all on the